It has Christmas Eve in Angel Falls, and David gets dragged away from family time by his greedy boss, Henry, who's determined to buy Roger's house and turn it into a shopping mall. Roger refuses to sell because, it's a family heirloom. Later that night, a snowman shows up at Roger's door. But surprise, it's just a setup for a masked killer called the Angel, who stabs Roger to death. Meanwhile, Kara picks up David's daughter Winnie for a party. Kara flirts, snaps selfies, and ignores warnings not to interact with Bernie, the class weirdo. Outside, her brother Jimmy sneaks a kiss with his boyfriend, but creepy noises from the woods cut their moment short. Those noises? It's the Angel. Kara, trying to find some romantic privacy, gets a nasty surprise when her boyfriend pukes blood all over her. Turns out he's been stabbed with a giant candy cane. Kara runs for her life, but the Angel stabs her repeatedly outside the party while everyone watches through the window like it's a scary TikTok live. Winnie tries to help, but the Angel chases her too. Winnie hides, Jimmy tackles the Angel, and after an intense fight, Winnie grabs some Christmas lights and electrocutes the Angel to death. The mask comes off, revealing, gasp, it's Henry. The nightmare seems over. Fast forward a year. Jimmy's working with David, but Winnie's still grieving Kara and dealing with the trauma of killing someone. To make things worse, her family gives her an ugly tracksuit for Christmas while Jimmy gets a whole truck. Winnie's done. She storms out, goes to a party, and finds her boyfriend cheating on her. Furious, she ends up at a bridge, wishing she'd never been born. Cue the Aurora Borealis disappearing, the town going dark, and Winnie stumbling into a dystopian version of Angel Falls. Nobody knows her. Her brother Jimmy is dead, and Henry's now mayor with his face plastered everywhere like a dollar store dictator. His shopping mall dream came true, but the town's a miserable wasteland. At a grim Christmas party, Winnie discovers Robbie and Darla are now a happy couple, and Bernie doesn't even recognize her. Things go from bad to worse when the Angel shows up again, now with an axe, and starts chasing partygoers. One poor guy gets cornered, throws a plan at the Angel in desperation, and still can't escape because the party music is too loud for anyone to hear his screams. Winnie realizes this alternate reality is a mess because she wasn't there to stop the Angel. What's next? Hopefully a miracle, or at least someone turning down the music. Meanwhile, Winnie sees on TV that more murders are happening, so she yells at everyone for partying during a literal killing spree and drags Bernie out of there. At Bernie's house, Winnie learns her new friend has been tracking the murders like a true crime podcaster in the making. And Bernie realizes all the victims' families owned businesses that failed after their kids were killed. That's how Henry took over the whole town. But Bernie isn't totally sold on Winnie's story and starts eyeing her suspiciously, wondering if she's the killer. Before this awkward vibe can escalate, the Angel bursts through the window. Chaos ensues. The girls try to escape, but the Angel corners Winnie. She bites his arm like a rabid squirrel, pushes him into the furniture, and they make a break for it. Outside, Bernie finally believes Winnie after seeing the weird aurora in the sky. Because who needs logic when you've got glowing lights? They hide out in the local movie theater, where Bernie conveniently works and has the keys. After a night of movie binging, hand-holding, and shoulder naps, Bernie finds a stash of papers about the aurora. Turns out, it's magic, and it's fading fast. Winnie has to go back to her real world, or she'll be stuck here forever. To fix things, she has to kill the Angel again. The girls hatch a plan to get help. Winnie convinces her Aunt Gail she's legit by dropping a juicy family secret. Inside, they find David looking like the poster child for depression. Winnie pretends to be a friend of Jimmy's, shares happy stories, and gets David to smile. But when she accuses Henry of being the mastermind, David snaps, defends his bestie, and kicks her out. Winnie realizes her alternate reality mom is a train wreck, an addict who openly cheats on David. Things get worse when the Angel shows up, kills her mom and the lover, and starts chasing the girls. Bernie gets her arm slashed, but Winnie smacks the Angel down the stairs with a framed picture. Gail and Bernie escape, but Winnie stops to unmask the Angel. So please, it's David. David wakes up, and the trio runs off, shaken but determined. Back at the theater, Winnie explains she saw something in her dad's eyes. It wasn't really him. Gail says David's been a shell of himself since Jimmy died, and Henry probably manipulated him into becoming the Angel. Winnie realizes the only way to fix this mess is to take down her dad. The group sets a trap at the theater, putting up a billboard message for David and staging 3 creepy dolls in the seats as bait. Showtime's about to get wild. The girls set their trap, but someone bursts into the theater. Gail clobbers them with a fire extinguisher, and Winnie almost swings her bat before realizing it's just Robbie and Darla. Oops. The distraction costs them. Though, Gail gets killed by the Angel, the power goes out, and chaos breaks loose. Winnie uses her camera flash like a strobe light to see what's happening and catches the Angel murdering Darla and Robbie in gory fashion. Bernie reaches the power switches and restores the lights just in time for Winnie to grab a broom and whack the Angel. She hides under the stairs, but when the Angel lunges at her, she stabs him with the broken broomstick. Double-checking that it's really David under the mask and that he's dead, the girls head to the bridge. After an emotional goodbye, Winnie wishes to be born again. But nothing happens. Frustrated, she screams at the Aurora, which flashes angry colors like it's mad at her. Turns out Henry is still alive, running the town as its evil mayor, so he's the real final boss. They head to the town square, where Henry's holding a creepy Christmas event. The townspeople look brainwashed, and Henry announces he's reassigned Sheriff Buck, then kills him on stage and hangs his body like a twisted decoration. Winnie tries to snap the people out of it, but Henry's goons drag her and Bernie onto the stage. Henry monologues like a true villain, admitting he killed Jimmy to manipulate David and cause Bernie to lose her parents. The girls lose it and start pummeling him right there on stage. Winnie kicks him off the platform, and the townspeople finally snap out of their daze, joining the beatdown. Henry's furious girlfriend tries to attack, but Winnie blocks her, and Bernie grabs her knife, scaring the guards away. Just as Henry starts to rally the crowd under his control again, Bernie stabs him. He's finally dead for good. The Aurora brightens, and Winnie realizes she was sent here to help Bernie get revenge. The girls share a celebratory kiss, and Winnie finds herself back in her reality, wearing that awful tracksuit. This time, she hugs her family, even confessing she didn't get into the university. They give her a new camera, and all is forgiven. Outside, she bumps into Robbie and Darla, tells them they're perfect for each other, and walks off feeling great. Finally, she finds Bernie, who also remembers the alternate reality. They laugh, kiss, and decide to spend Christmas together as girlfriends. Merry freaking Christmas!